Hey guys, Mustang here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are finally at the last round of the 200% combat simulation. I know everyone has been loving this event so far, and here we are, one final round to get yourself these rewards, the amazingly generous 5 stones and a few Kais and some Zenny. Now, we have, for the final special category, Otherworld Warriors. The category is extremely limited, but there definitely are a few units on here that can get it done, some of which have actually been in previous rounds. So I know for a fact that there's units that can get this done because we've used them on some of the previous stages. I honestly don't know if this one can be done with a unit of every typing, because I think STR and INT specifically are pretty bare bones in terms of characters who might be able to do it. So obviously, as always, we are going to have a bunch of attempts and see what we can do. Before each attempt, I'll go over like who we're using and like the setup, and then the actual attempts themselves won't feature commentary, just like all the previous ones if you've seen any of the other entries. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump in and start off with the first attempt. Okay, so, I don't know if you guys have been experiencing the same thing, but I have now been trying to record attempts on this stage for around 2 hours, and so far I have not been able to beat it in 2 turns with any team setup. So, I don't know what the hell's going on with this one. It seems like it's somehow harder than the previous ones, which, I mean, we already know how incredibly annoying all of the previous ones were, but like, even units like this Goku, who we did it with before, I haven't been able to do it with, even when like changing the entire field of orbs into AGL like this. So 22, I mean, it's close enough, right? You want to get 23 ideally, and technically we're not getting the full attack bonus that we could get because there was a couple of rainbow orbs in there, because obviously the item that you use only boosts the damage from the AGL orbs. But yeah, 21 million. It really seems like, from some of the clips that I've seen so far of people doing it, like if you see how much damage we did there, we basically had to double super for him to be able to do it. And so yeah, we don't do it again. And the problem that I'm finding, I know I could go off and do the various different events where you can farm them, but I'm literally running out of the orb changing items for pretty much all of the typings except physical. And I'm pretty sure when we did Resurrected Warriors that the Goku just absolutely one-shot this guy, because we did change the whole field of orbs, so we got the full, I think it's 23 AGL orbs, and he completely one-shot the enemy Goku. And now this time around, as you can see from that previous one, it wasn't the best attempt, but we literally only got like half the field of orbs. And then of course the biggest problem comes that, as always, I mean, everyone knows this now, I've complained about this in almost every video, everybody complains about this event like it sucks, but the problem is we had that one attempt, and now when we keep trying to jump back in, we have to keep doing this over and over again to see if we can actually get a good rotation, because we're not getting it. So one thing I wouldn't mind getting is both Pan and Topo on this particular team build have the ability that when they super attack first, they raise the allies' attack for the rest of the rotation. So I wouldn't mind having the rotation of like Topo and Pan together, or this one like Pan and Kid Buu if we can put Pan first. But that's the problem, is also you're running a risk, like if you're getting super attacks with other units, you're obviously picking up various orbs that are on the field. You don't know how that's going to affect like the overall orb changing, but I guess we'll have to see. And then yeah, RNG on top of RNG, because it all depends like what type of orbs Pan is going to change into AGL, and then of course what type of orbs get changed by the actual orb changing item. So one of the things you can do is when you use the orb changing item, if it only changes like, say there's like one tech orb on the field, and so it changes that one, you can quit out of the app and like come back in, and it can change the what like orbs change. So if we have a look at Pan here, what we can try is, yeah, she raises allies' attack by 25%. So let's go ahead and do this. So she gets a super attack. Then we'll go ahead and pop one of these. Okay, good. So now, if we use the second one, hopefully this will change the rainbow orbs into AGL. Okay, good. Right. So this is going to be the best attempt that we've had so far. And even so, like, depending on how much damage Goku does to himself, there's still the possibility that if we don't one-shot and then he doesn't additional, then that's it. That's just this attempt failed. And like I say, out of all the ones I've been trying, I think this is probably the best attempt, at least for the AGL one. And yeah, look, 24 million. So when we were seeing the runs in the previous stages where we were actually getting the one-shot, we were getting like 30 million off of the various different characters. It pretty much seemed like if you could hit a 30 million attack stat, then you were getting like the one-shot basically. So yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with this one, but the fact that I haven't been able to do it with any of the typings is quite concerning. And like I said, the only clips I've seen are literally people who manage to get like additional supers with their main nuker who they've picked up all the orbs and stuff with. Because the problem is, if we have a look at the Otherworld Warriors category, I mean, look how restricted it is. So AGL, your best option probably is this Goku. I have tried this Cell because he's a nuker already as well, but he just doesn't seem to be able to get it done. Even when I changed almost the entire field, he only got like a 6 million attack stat, which is very weird. Tech, I mean, look at this tech. Like, there's no hard-hitting units on this one at all. Maybe when this guy gets his Easy A, he would be good. But, yeah, he's probably the hardest-hitting tech one. Int, you got Gogeta, and you've got this Goku. Obviously, this Goku, you're not going to get to the point where he transforms, if you want to do it in 2 turns. Both of them I've tried it with and not been able to do it. STR, the only real hard hitter for the category is STR Gogeta, who again tried it with him, not been able to do it with him. And then the physical ones, so Angel, Frieza and this Vegeta, it has been done with them on the previous stages, but again, like even on this one, I've been trying it with the Vegeta setup. And first of all, it's incredibly irritating because you want to get him on rotation with the support unit and like the Super Saiyan 2 Goku that you bring along, so that you can fully max out his abilities and get like the partner super and all that kind of stuff, right? So let's give that a couple of tries on here just to see if we can get it this time. But like, I've changed the entire field and done the maximum like 99 million damage, and obviously it seems like every time that comes up, that's just like the damage cap that it shows on the screen. Like, you can actually do more damage than that, because you've probably seen it for yourself when testing out this run, but like it'll come up saying 99,999,999, and then you'll do it again with like a different unit or the same unit or whatever, and it still says like the full 9s, like maximum score, but you'll be able to tell that you actually did more or less damage. So it definitely does do damage over that maximum threshold. But yeah, of course, the problem is we jump in here and the fun starts all over again, because yet again we have to jump in and out of the event over and over again to try and get the perfect setup. And with this one, what we really want to get is obviously the Vegeta together with the Super Saiyan 2 Goku, and then either Kid Buu or the support Gohan, because ideally we want the 50% support. So, I mean, we can try it with Turles here. Obviously, I do have more of the physical orb-changing items. So, physical is kind of the one where I can actually have more attempts overall. But yeah, the problem with like not having an orb changer as well is the fact that, like, look how we got no physical orbs to start with. So, if we use this... Yeah, I think... Yeah, see, look how bad this is going to be. Alright, so we do this. And then we're getting, what, 18. Alright, so we'll try that. Again, it's quite far. Like, being 5 orbs off of the maximum 23. Like, it might not seem a lot, but 5 orbs when you're getting such a ridiculous amount of extra damage per orb is pretty significant. But even so, like, if we get a double super, we'll probably do it. But it's just the fact that, like, how long do you have to spend going in and out of the event, trying to get the orbs right? and then like basically praying to get a double super. So here we go. We might actually do it here. Crit as well. Look at his health. And because the problem is, once you use your like big nuker, like that's it. Like no one else on this team now can do damage. Like I don't think I can't even get a super attack with Kid Buu. But like Kid Buu would have been our best and final hope to get that last little bit of damage. Because even though he has that tiny sliver of health, when you're running this like nuke team build, you basically don't do damage unless you're doing the nuke. So I think like this is a perfect example of how incredibly frustrating this is, because we actually finally managed to get the partner super and then we still didn't do it. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and finish it off on the third turn. Because, like I say, so far I've been recording for about 2 hours now and haven't managed to do it. And every time I haven't done it in 2 turns, I've just quit out. So I think, honestly, at this point, I might actually give up. So we'll get this extra run here. And then, yeah. It's very possible that you might, after this, see an outro and the video ends. I haven't decided yet. I might have like a couple more attempts, and if we get a successful one, I'll put it in at the end. But like, I want to get the video out as soon as possible and like get on with my day doing other things. So I really don't want to be sat here doing this for like another 2 hours. But yeah, this one is an absolute nightmare. So make sure you let us know down below if you managed to get it done in 2 turns. Who did you use? Like I say, you've kind of got to be praying for the RNG. And what sucks is if we'd had the Gohan on rotation instead of the Turles, or say the Kid Buu, we probably would have done it, because that extra 10% support being on like double supers, we would have done it. So yeah, the RNG in this one is an absolute nightmare. So let's have a look and see here. If we take all of these, so we get what, 4 stones, we get some of the Zenny statues, we get 3 dozing Kais. So I think it's what, like just 3 Kais that you get? Yeah, 1 more stone, 3 dozing Kais, 10 gems. I mean, the stone, having the dozing Kais is okay, but I mean, you can always use them and they don't do anything. So it's not a big loss, I guess. But yeah, I might honestly just give up at this point. But we'll have a couple more runs and I'll see how it goes. And you're either going to see a successful run coming up next, or you're going to see me saying, yeah, no, I give up, see you later. So let's find out. Okay, well, I had a bunch more tries and yeah, I give up. I finally got, after a good like 20 minutes after I said I was probably going to give up, I finally managed to get the rotation of having Goku and Vegeta and the 50% support Gohan. Managed to change the entire field of orbs, crit on the super attack as well, and literally from that one super attack he had the tiniest sliver of health left. But of course Vegeta didn't do an additional, even an additional normal with that sort of attack stat would have killed him, but he didn't do one. And so units who are not in the right category do so little damage that the physical Goku in slot 2 actually double supered and still couldn't finish him off despite the tiny sliver of health. So yeah, you are really at the mercy of RNG with this one, and I just cannot be bothered to do this anymore. So I wish you all good luck. If you got it done, let us know down below in the comment section who you used and what happened. I can certainly imagine that double supers and crits were probably involved, but yeah, like I've said it in the previous ones, the rewards are just not good enough to spend loads of time on this. And yeah, I've spent more than enough time on this already. So yeah, your boy is out for this one, but let us know how you got on down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the link to my Discord in the description. Feel free to join in the fun over there, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one, except the person who designed this event.